Hello, fellas and ladies. Jurassic World Rebirth comes out this weekend, but that movie sucks. So instead, it's time to review Sorry Baby, the directorial debut of Eva Victor, who also wrote and starred in the film. At the risk of sounding too vague, but this is how the film is described. It follows a writer, played by Eva Victor, and something real bad happens to her. You can probably reverse engineer what it is, but it's not about the bad thing. It's about her life after. When I say it's about her life after, is that the film doesn't revolve around the the trauma that, I mean, in a way it does, but the movie's not quite about, like, her being sad. The movie is very impressive at how it handles its subject. A lot of other films would go down the route of, like, melodrama, of really hammering home how bad the thing is, but this movie is funny. That's not all that makes this different, but this movie is very funny. Like, consistently, it has a very interesting sense of humor. Eva Victor's script is very smart. It feels very lived in, despite how, like, silly things can get. It's very clear this is personal. Like, this is something, semi-autobiographical for Eva Victor. Like, I think it was confirmed, but, like, it's very obvious. But I really respected the nuance that this movie presented. I think that this, there's a very one-dimensional approach to this subject that we've seen in other films. The fact that it's so personal kind of gives this more levity. There's more to it than just sadness. There's more, like, the tragedy isn't all that this movie is. I think as a direction-wise, I'm pretty, like, blown away that this is a directorial debut. Eva Victor's direction in this movie is so confident. Like, it feels so natural the way that, I wouldn't say the camera, like, gives, like, captures beautiful images, but it feels so naturalistic. The lighting is pretty spotless. But it's really the tone and the pacing. The movie is pretty subdued, and yet the tone, it never feels like we're, like, trudging along. It's sweet and simple, and yet it feels so grand, funny, but it never, loses sight of, like, what happens, obviously. Like, the bad thing. I think it's so well paced, so well, like, structured. There's, like, a bit of a, like, a time jump thing that I got used to much quicker than I thought. In fact, in a way, I was never, like, confounded by it. I was very much, like, I don't know if it was the choice I would have made, but it didn't take me any time to, get confused by it. That was not the right English. I was never lost on it. It made a lot of sense to me. I loved Eva Victor's performance, too. I think she knocked it out of the park here. Like, directing, writing, and acting, she knocked it out of the park. I'm very impressed by Eva Victor. I loved her performance. It has such a weird quirkiness to it. The layers of this character is so lived in through Eva Victor's performance. And yeah, she wrote it for her, but, like, it's still, that doesn't mean you're automatically good. Ask The Weeknd. Everyone in this movie is very good. Lucas Hedges gets some big laughs out of me. Naomi Ackie, the role she plays in this film is like, really very good. The naturalism of each performance is excellent. John Carroll Lynch has a small role that I loved. I love how this movie suggests that, like, the role Naomi Ackie's character plays, the way that her best friend plays in this tragedy, and I'm really impressed by that. Almost in a way that, like there's a scene, like, the scene with those two, with Eva Victor and Naomi Ackie, after the tragedy takes place. Honestly, I kind of want to go back and watch it, because I feel like the movie's suggesting that like, scene changed the course of how Eva Victor's character reacted. Almost suggesting that, like, being there for someone helps someone go through a tragedy. There's a bit of a life affirmation thing about this movie where it's like, you can either let it, life goes on. We have no choice but to move forward. And I love the way that Eva Victor approaches that. It's not simply be sad forever. It's more just this, it may seem simplistic of just, like, move on, but there's more to it than that. There's a lot of nuances in this movie that I really can't wait to, like, dive deeper into when I see it again, because, like, there's no simplicity in this film. It's all, like, very well thought out, very well nuanced, and very, like, lovely. It's a it's a fantastic movie. I think the writing is the real standout here. As amazing as her performance and her direction is, the writing really gives so much, like, life to this. I don't remember seeing a film that approaches this subject in such a optimistic way, but also not, like, shying away from the tragedy. This isn't like a revenge movie. It's not a sob story. It's a moving on kind of story. But there's more to it. Like, I'm not the right person to be diving into the nuances of this movie, am I? It is a genuinely daunting fact that Sorry Baby is Eva Victor's first feature. The fact that she so flawlessly implemented this pitch-perfect tone that balances the unease and sincere hilarity is impressive. This is an optimistic and incredible debut, and I can't wait to see what else Eva Victor can come up with. And I'm giving Sorry Baby 9.5 out of 10. Go check this one out. Don't watch Jurassic World. Alright, that's all that. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.